Hello, I am Kleio, and I'm bringing you a story from 1,000 years ago. In the east of what was then the Byzantine Empire lived the Akrite. Those were the guardians of the borders, and the most famous one of them was the son of a Christian princess and a Saracen warlord. Because his heritage was doubled, he was called the Two-Blooded Lord, and he demonstrated his war prowess since the age of 12, where he single-handedly drowned 2 bears and killed with his own 2 hands a lion, as you do when you're a hero. Soon after that, he fell in love with a girl. She didn't have much choice on the matter. She married him, and soon after the wedding, he was getting restless. He was also getting bad news. The Saracens from Syria were threatening the border, and so did the woman that was called the Daughter of the Wolf, an Amazon, a fierce warrior with her own troops that were pillaging the lands of the empire. So now the Two-Blooded Lord had to make up his mind whom to go after first. He didn't really have to think much though, because no sooner had he started preparing his gear when he heard the horns, and soon after the horn, a messenger arrived with a message from the Amazon saying that she was on her way, and if he has any honor as a warrior, then he would meet her with spear and sword at hand. Well, that solves at least one of my problems, said the Two-Blooded Warlord, and went to get ready. He dressed in purple and in a chain shirt and took his sword and his lance and went off to meet the Amazon, who was already coming towards the river. And as she greeted him by raising her own lance, he urged her to stop, as he would go and meet her, and with a spring of his horse he jumped over the river and crossed the side and met her. She looked like an angel from above. Her horse was white, her gear was sparkling, and she was dressed in blue. She was tall, she was dark, and she looked like she could not be defeated. "Well met," she said. "Well met indeed," said he, "and it is an honor to meet you in the battlefield, since war makes equals of us all, but this is a weird time to joust." "This is not a joust," she said. "I'm here to fight you to the death, and this will determine whether you will leave me and my troops alone, or whether my troops will become yours." "Fair," said he, "then get ready." And so they did, and on their horses they turned around, they took their distance, and then they fell on one another. Thundering hooves, clashing weapons, and a scorching sun of Cappadocia watched them fight throughout the day, and none could become victorious. None could best the other, until almost at nightfall he managed to break her lance in 2. She did not wince. She reached for her sword, but he was fast, so she didn't even have enough time to hit him or cross his sword with hers, as with a flick of his wrist he threw her weapon away. She was shamed. She climbed out of her horse, knelt, and surrendered, saying, "Two-Blooded Lord, I am defeated, and thus either take me your slave, or take my head off, as you must, as the one who won." "I did not win anything," said he. "Your sword is not broken, and the sword that's not broken is a sword that's not defeated, so pick it up and let's get on with this." "No," she said, "I have fought battles, I know how to fight, I know how to lose, and this is a battle I lost. So if you will not kill me, then again, take me as your servant, take me as your slave, or take me as your wife if you must, since now I'm no Amazon anymore, I'm defeated in battle, I'm just a woman like all else." Now the hero was in a bit of a tough position because he had ideas. He also had a wife. He did not mean to offend the warrior that he just defeated, so he had to be smart about it. I will not take you as a slave, he said, because this is not my way. This is the Arab way. And I will not chop off your head because this would be a waste of a good warrior. And I would very gladly take you as my wife, only I just got married like a couple of weeks ago, so this is problematic. But I have another offer for you. Since you are the best warrior of Asia. I was, she said, but then you defeated me. Yes, stop whining now and take up the offer. You can join my troops, you can be my first sword on my side, and you can come with me against the warlords of Syria. And this is a position that can allow you to fight and to have your own troops and to have your own say in the war that's becoming. Because, he said, duels are determined by fate. Battle prowess is demonstrated in battle. So you can start brooding for as much as you like for the battle that you lost today, or you can join me in actual war, and then we can test our mettle. You speak wisely, she said, and he knew he won that battle as well. So I will join you. Fine. It just so happens that the lords of Syria are gathering, and I was about to leave in the morning. Do you think you can have your people ready? With a blow of her horn, 50 Amazons arrived from across the hill, and with a blow of his, 300 men exited his castle. And as soon as their horses were ready, and as soon as their troops were gathered, they were off to Syria to fight out the emir. But that's a story for another time.